wifer. All these episodes we binging. 3 points how the Benz is, and it started just with some friendship. Now the videos is endless.
One Piece, episode 32, live reaction. What is going on with Nami here? Is she being serious? Is this a real thing? Is she part of Outlaw Pirates? I don't know.
Look, bro, you don't just get a tattoo to fuck with people. That's all I'm saying. I mean, maybe she's like that, but if so,
It's one of those temp tattoos like you get at the fair. The clown gives it to you or something like that.
yeah, I'm sure it washes off with water.
Yeah.
I'm sure the dudes that live in water, I'm sure that's gone over well. What is happening here?
Let go.
Bro, I think because I'm so I would hate eating with someone like Luffy. Like, nigga, you have one time to touch my plate, bro, before I'm clapping all of your rubber cheeks. I don't give a fuck who you are, what you've done.
Damn.
Oh, it's the what is
Cow
it?
thing.
The bull,
Cow whale.
bull seal.
Yeah.
Cow whale. It's the mermaid dragon. Oh my lord.
Holy hell. It's a hippo.
Couldn't tell you, bro.
Hippos basically are like water cows.
It's a grand line creature. Why his eyes look so stupid? Holy crap.
I feel like that
no
thing would
way
have
that
just
he
left
took it
you
out.
be. Sanji. What love?
What's happening? Whoa.
Oh,
Oh my god.
This is not how I expected this to go down. Oh, okay, fair enough.
Okay, but maybe he tried to eat you because Luffy socked him in the face.
Agreed. Oh, wow, this thing is just outclassed.
Yeah, I know. Stupid grand line creature. How dare you swim up in the ocean where that is your home?
Luffy's got that freaking tick where he's always doing that with his feet.
Yeah, it's very weird.
That was such an abrupt scene switch. I wonder if this is who Nami's trying to save. I forgot if she said that name.
Oh, she grows tangerines. Damn, she hit him with a mallet. Yeah, how about a thank you, Usopp?
He's fuming. Or he's got to poop.
Or both. Sometimes having to poop make you fume.
Damn.
I mean, there's that too.
His sword is pretty sick.
Damn. I'm sorry, that sentence makes no sense whatsoever.
She said, then die. Mm-hmm.
Facts. Let them know. Get them while they're young.
Damn. Savage, dude.
Wow. Oh, she does know Nami.
It's like, I'm only 10. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, you know. Yeah, there's something. Usopp be looking kind of creepy sometimes, bro. I don't know what it's just like that face just be upsetting. Hi,
Yeah.
Usopp. Yeah, for real. With the prejudice out here, no need for that nonsense. Shut up. Of course, she loves my tangerines. Oh,
Sisters, I guess.
maybe, probably.
Adopted
There
sisters.
you go. There you go.
Okay.
Give it a beat. We know. That is a dope silken tattoo.
Dude, she looks like Lilith from Borderlands.
I don't know what that
Sirens.
is.
Well, you will. Any Borderlands fans out there, you know.
Oof. His hand just happened to be.
Yeah, right. Says the guy who sold out Zoro.
Right? In a heartbeat. Wait, so she just did whatever she wants? What the hell's up with that? It's like, all right, relax. Yeah, well. Some of the best liars know how to smile. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, really? He was unlucky enough to be caught? Wow, that's crazy. I wonder how the fuck that happened, Usopp.
Damn. Shit. Oh.
Ooh.
All right, Zoro's playing along with the game now. He knows.
No, now everybody's like, I was actually double playing all of you from the start. It's like, everybody shut up. Oh,
Whoa.
damn. Okay. I guess that was part of the plan.
Oh, he's fine. He's Zoro. Okay. Damn.
Oh, Camera doing crazy work right now.
Dude, I'm
Holy
telling you, they just
shit.
got the Cloverfield vibe going
Oh
on
my
sometimes.
God. They're like, and move, move, move.
The guy goes, it's like, damn, value your life more, dude. Gonna blow your cover hella quick here.
Oh, so I guess that was to test her. Like he jumped in and he was like, all right, if you're really cool as blood as you say, like you'll let me die.
Yeah. Damn, Zoro.
Damn, Zoro a little bit of a savage right now.
Yeah. Ha! Wow, bro. Zoro with that Chad energy. Oh,
Damn.
Ooh.
Oh.
This guy, bro. Damn.
Damn, it's crazy. All right, Luffy, come in here and fuck up all their shit so we can.
Oh, I was like, what is happening? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Here come the sharks. Like minnows in the ocean. They run and flee.
Oh, yikes. At least he admitted it. Whoa.
This man looks like the most savage dude ever, except for this propeller on his hat.
What the hell?
How was Usopp like perfectly 90 degrees like that?
That's a talent.
What? My man just has like mad upper arm strength all of a sudden? Yeah, Usopp. Literally, what else could it be?
Damn. Wow. Yikes. Yup. hell's that? Oh.
Oh. Damn, you gonna choke this dude out right now.
Oh,
Well,
shit.
I mean,
All right, people. Damn. Wow.
yikes. Damn. Wow.
Oof.
Ooh. Well, I believe we differ in philosophy at that very crucial point there, sir. Damn, Genson really whipping out the Captain America speeches right now. Oh my god, he's got him literally in the palm of his hand. Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
dang.
Usopp did something.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. Oh my god. Always gotta go extra, huh? Always gotta go extra. Like, hey, it's that loudmouth on the roof.
Damn.
I don't know why you thought you would scare him. This man is literally a human shark.
Oh,
Oh,
shiz.
damn. It sucks for that house, whoever's house that was you were staying in on.
Yeah, right? Holy shit. He is uber strong.
Well, we did see him literally flip houses.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, like, we saw that houses were flipped.
Usopp, dude.
All right, fat neck, whatever.
Fat Nick.
You got a fat neck.
Yeah. Damn.
Well, can't be surprised, I guess.
Thought that was a tooth for a split second. I was like, wow.
Oh my god. That propeller is doofy, bro. I'm just gonna say it. Like everything else about him would be perfect, but just take the propeller off.
7 mil berries. 7 mil.
Yeah, you think so? I don't know about that.
Yeah, right. Like he's just gonna
Yeah, like he's just gonna sell you the village. Okay.
just take the money and then destroy it.
Or just raise the price and make you pay forever.
Yeah. Zoro's just like too
Dude,
savage
Zoro,
for anyone.
yeah, she's always like, you gotta go. He's like, nah, I'm gonna stay, actually. Things are getting pretty messed up around here.
And sit in this guy's throne. What the fuck? Are you kidding me?
All right, guys, we couldn't have just beat this thing up and let it go. We had to, like...
Insult to injury. Okay.
We're heading to
Anyway.
where everybody's heading to Arlong Park. Arlong, right? It's his name, yeah.
Mhm.
Arlong Park.
Yeah.
To go mess up this swordfish shark guy.
Arlong.
Yeah, Arlong.
Arlong himself. So yeah, I guess Nami's whole shtick is that she is obviously, you know, how we were kind of predicting before, she's a part of this group. She doesn't want to actually really be part of the group, but she thinks that there is a certain necessity to being a part of it because Arlong has the ability to sell her this village and will apparently stay true to his word. So that is very interesting because I don't know. Again, Nami is a very elusive and mysterious character to me because I don't know if she's like, no, I actually know that he wasn't going to, and that she has some long con for that, or if I'm maybe giving her too much credit, and it's that she genuinely does think that he's like a savory guy and he's going to uphold that into the bargain when he seemingly has no reason to, other than, I guess, okay, you and I have built rapport, so I'll do this for you. But as we've seen, these villains, and Arlong is no exception, are authoritarian dirtbags. Like, you know what I mean? They're just not, they're not going to stay true. Like, it doesn't matter if you've risked life and limb a lot of times for them. You know, they're gonna do it like Don Craig in the last arc did to his boy. And then in this arc again, you know, Arlong has not explicitly like killed off one of his own men or whatever, but
Yep.
I wouldn't put it past him to be like, okay, first of all, I'm the king here, like you're not doing anything, and second of all, you're also a human, which he's obviously has disdain for just standard humans. So I think Nami's a little, you know, in over her head here, I guess, because it seems like quite the con to pull if that was the plan, and if it's not the plan, then she's just like a little delusional as to Arlong's motivations here. She's not able to see through him at all.
I think it's either, you know, like you said, either she's, you know, she's got it in her head that, you know, oh, okay, yeah, if I just make, what did she say, 100 million berries?
100 million.
Yeah, that, you know, he'll let me buy this village. And like you said, maybe, you know, maybe there is some naivety to it. I can only imagine if that there isn't, it kind of becomes a situation where she's caught in a rock and a hard place, because I imagine, you know, again, we haven't seen it, obviously, this is just speculation, but I imagine she probably came to him with some kind of deal of like, look, or maybe even he proposed it. Like maybe she was just like looking for any way to save her town. And then he was like, oh yeah, how about this? Like you come work for my crew and then you make enough money, I'll let you buy this village from me. Now, like you said, obviously I don't believe in a single orifice of my whole body that he actually, you know, intends to uphold that deal. But like we've seen, he's pretty specious when it comes to, you know, anybody that isn't a fish person. So I could totally buy that he's just fucking with her, right? He's like, no, of course I had no intention. I'm not giving you this village. We're going to use it to build our empire. Like, fuck you. I was just fucking with you because, like, you know, you'd seem quite honestly that gullible. Like, you seriously joined our crew. You thought, there's not a single human in this crew. You know, like, what made you think that, like, I give a fuck about you specifically? You're nothing to me. So it's like, but even if she knows that, it's like she still kind of has nothing else to do, right? Because either she goes back into the village and just like, you know, lives in fear like everybody else is. Like I think in a delusional sense, this gives her something to cling to. It's like something to. It's like okay, well, at least if I do this, you know, just a couple more berries. Like I just need a few more berries, and it's like you know, again, it ultimately it's delusional because you have to, you know, I guess at some point you in your own head have to be able to be like okay, like you know, if I was Nami, it's like okay, let's be realistic. Like he's literally shown me no proof. I mean, he just destroyed somebody's house because he was pissed, like because he got insulted. You know what I mean? So it's like clearly this guy has shown no absolute reason why I should be trusting him with this. He's clearly probably trying to make this money for himself or just mess with me at the very worst. And like, you know, I don't know, maybe we come up with another plan. I don't know, right? Because I guess it's a lot to ask these villagers to find a way to overthrow him. And, you know, not that they would, but I don't know. I guess a lot of it is a mindset thing, right? Because once this guy has obviously ruled his town for long enough that he's like sort of beaten it into everybody's head that there's no possible way that they could, you know, usurp him or overthrow them. And I guess to be fair, when you have fish dudes that are 10 times stronger than humans that can breathe into water, you know, they roll up on like just a random village. Like, I guess you're kind of fucked, you know, if you got no Zoros or no Luffys or, you know, people of that nature. So, you know, I guess this was always going to happen until, you know, the Straw Hat crew rolled up on this island. But yeah, I know it's just a bad situation for Nami all around, I guess. Cause you know, it's like I said, it's either you know, it's either you sort of give into that naiveness, I guess, and in some way like live with a blissful level of ignorance as to what you're really doing, or you resign to the fact that what you're doing is ultimately useless because you know or highly suspect it's not going to work anyway, and that you're ultimately just trapped here forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I also find it interesting and you know, not, I don't know if comical is the right word, but it's like it's just like ridiculous how you know, pretty interesting. You could parallel this to a lot of, you know, totalitarian like, you know, dictators or whoever. You know, this guy totally fits the bill because he literally comes in, he taxes the people to death, basically, right, with the threat of freaking running them over if they don't pay their taxes to you know, to service his needs. And he also won't let the people defend themselves either with any sort of weapons, even though these fish people, like, he's clearly aware that's the only way they would have a shot in the you know, against them. So he just guises it under the threat of, oh, well, they're violent. You know what I mean? So he just strips any way to defend themselves. So it's like this like stereotypical, you know, dictator-esque character here. So like he's definitely rotten through and through if we haven't got that down already. And I also find it interesting that I can't remember his name, but the guy that with the propeller on his head when he was getting body slammed and all that kind of shit. What is it? Gin
yeah.
Or something. Gin, I don't know. G. But when he was getting all slammed around or whatever, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna fight," and he's like, "Well, if you wanted to fight and like if you wanted to die on this hill, you should have done that 8 years ago." And now he seems to have another plan where he's like, we got to fight the passive war, the passive way of doing this. Like, I guess he has some other way, you know, of going about it. But I do find that quote in this episode interesting. And if there is any sort of takeaway from this episode, in terms of like a lesson learned, I think that would be one to stand out, where it's like, when you give an inch and expect someone of the fishman nature, you know, or, you know, dictator-ish nature, whatever, not to take a mile, you're deceiving yourself. You know what I mean? Nami kind of falls into a similar trap. But you know, it's more on like a village scale here. It's like, if you wanted to fight that, like, you should have done that 8 years ago, you know? So it's like,
yeah, I guess,
when you see wrong shit going on, whoop, hold up. You know what I'm saying? Like, before
I guess grows. It's about what you know, it's about what you would, because obviously I'm sort of assuming that the village is supposed to be like a parallel for Nami's character arc, in a way, because that's, you know, you could make that same argument for Nami, right? It's like when these guys rolled up on your island, instead of agreeing to work with them, like, why didn't you just tooth and nail fight to resist them the whole time?
Yeah.
But it's like, then she'd be dead. It's like it's I think it's a lot easier inherently for somebody like Luffy again, or even a Zoro, somebody who can aptly defend themselves, to bolster up the attitude to fight, But when it's somebody who like is just clearly wildly not even remotely in the same range, I mean, this dude lifted up a house. I literally don't think there's a single person in that village, Nami included, that could even remotely stand up to this guy.
Sure.
In physical combat, which is obviously what he would do if they resisted him.
Yeah.
So if they can't, like, so to them, they're like, okay, like literally resistance equals death. Like there's no way for us to fight him like one-on-one. And like, again, sure, I'm sure Luffy and Zoro and company are gonna come over and bolster that rebellious attitude, but that's the point, right? Is that they have to lead that charge because they're the only ones that can, like, Luffy's attitude is good for his abilities, because like it's like, of course Luffy can act that way because he can almost back up any remark he makes with like his powers and his actions, but Nami can't do that. So Nami has to play the long game. She has to play smart, in this manner, in the village's eyes, I guess. And again, paralleling even in her eyes, the patient game, the long game keeps her alive still. It's like, at least, this sucks, but it's like, I'm still here.
Yeah. Well, just to clarify, because you're right, and obviously we're dealing with, supernatural elements and all this kind of shit. But just to clarify, I meant it more as like, I took it as a metaphorical lesson, in the sense where it's like not necessarily like there is a militaristic power that's like over you, more so that it's like when there are things that morally, ethically, just in general, are wrong. You know what I'm saying? To put that, and you will be upset and not upset. That it is wrong, and if it continues to be pervasive through your village or in yourself or whatever, that it can only lead to worse things. The more that you don't do anything about it. Like, that's the kind of shit, I guess, is what I meant. You should nip in the bud. So I kind of took that as a metaphorical lesson for that. I'm fully aware that, like, in this case, you know what I mean? They flip houses over with like two hands, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a pretty tough scenario in that respect when it comes to a physical aspect to it. But I guess I just meant on like a, like on a moral, what's right, what's wrong type thing.
That's like take the lesson.
Yeah. And like, last thing, I also find it kind of interesting, the dynamic between Arlong and his crew, right? The fishermen. Where it's like, it's a very interesting style of leadership in the sense that it seems that his men hold him back a lot. Like, they're not hold him back as in like, I'm not achieving my goals, but like they have a bigger say, it seems, in some of the goings on that happens in like some of his plans, and will be like, no, like, Arlong, don't do that. Like, when they pulled him away when he was about to rage out and destroy the village or whatever. It's interesting because we really haven't seen a villain like that has that dynamic yet, because Arlong is this very, like, again, not to do it to death, but it's the only word that comes to mind, like this dictator-esque figure. And it seems as if it's like, okay, I'm strong, like what I say absolutely goes. And to an extent it does, but it is interesting where he like gives his soldiers leeway, you know what I mean, to kind of speak their mind and do that. I find that like odd. I find it interesting. Well, I think,
I think it is largely due to the fact that he's also definitely speciesist, and I think he literally just like, even if they're his underlings, if a fish person tells him to relax, like, he will take that into account over a human telling him to relax. Yes. Like, it's that. I mean, again, why do you think there's no other human person in his crew other than Nami? Like, that I think is the biggest red flag, as to that he's obviously playing Nami, because I don't even think he would fuck with a human being in his crew. Like, so it's definitely, I think, more so, at least in my opinion, that he's, again, that literally, like, these are his people being like, yo, relax. So he's like, all right, I guess, like, I'll listen to what you guys are saying. But you know what I mean? If it was like a human, he'd probably just eat them or like, whatever. But
yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. I will say I feel like we haven't really met like a good villain yet so far, at least in terms of like one that's like a little bit complex. And I know it's like, episode fucking, what is this, almost 30 of 1,000, so maybe I'm getting impatient, but like, we haven't met a single villain that I'm like, huh, interesting. They're all just kind of like overly cartoony bad, where they're like, I like what I say goes, and I'll kill anybody who disagrees. And it's like, okay, but like, why? Like, what I mean, like, this guy's the first guy who seems to have any sort of like somewhat realistic ambition, and you say somewhat loosely, in terms of like the future or what his end goal is.
Sure.
But I'm just like, Okay. Here we go. Bad guy of the week.
Yeah, a little more depth to the villains and their motivations and stuff. I understand what you're saying. I do think this guy so far, though, to his credit, might shape up to be one of the better ones out of the ones we've seen so far. Like you were saying, there's like a little bit of like, okay, this guy actually has like like he's a pretty clear vision. Like, not that the other ones didn't. They're like, I want to go back to the Grand Line and conquer it again. I need men to do it, like Don Craig or whatever the case might be. But so like, not that they don't have motivations, but this guy seems to be like he's got a pretty interesting system, you know what I mean, going down with like the economics of it and all that.
Like, that's when I say motivation, I mean like a plan on how you're going to achieve these goals. Because like the pussyfoot maneuver guy, I don't even remember his name. He was just like, I'm gonna get rich, and off of whatever her name's fortune. And it's like, okay, what? And then just like chill, and then like just like be done, and like what, live on this island forever? Like, I don't, what is the, like, I don't know. I guess he was just looking for a retirement fund, and his wasn't big enough, so he was mad about it. Which is like, okay, honestly, like, miss me with that shit. I could care less about what it is you want or whatever. And then Don Craig, it's like, oh, I'm gonna go back to the Grand Line. But this is the kind of dude who's literally willing to kill his own men just for saying no to him. And it's like, motherfucker, you're not going to have a crew by the time you get to the Grand Line if you're just so passively willing to just kill anybody who says no to you. You have to, where's the game plan? Like, how are you actually going to do this and get there? Because supposedly you guys already did this once and you all got your butts whooped. So like, clearly what you're doing isn't working. You need a new, better plan. And he clearly didn't have one. So he's just kind of fucking around in the ocean until Luffy stomped him into the ground. But this guy at least seems to be like, no, I'm going to build like this empire. And like, I'm going to like, it is, again, it's nothing like revolutionary. He's kind of like, oh, I'm going to make the fishmen the superior species. And we're going to have this, the best, strongest empire, in the sea or whatever. So it's like, okay, whatever. But like, at least that's, you can take all those points and be like, oh, okay, this is what he wants. And he clearly is going to try and do X, Y, and Z to get to it. And while none of those methods are morally just or correct or, the way you even should be doing that, not that you should be doing that to begin with, at least it's like, okay, I get what you're doing, and what you're doing is like, seems like the villain way to achieve what you want.
Sure. Yeah, that all makes sense. Anyway, quite the discussion on this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it and the reaction. If you did, make sure you're smashing a like on this video. It really helps. Share with your friends. The more the merrier. Comment your thoughts down below. What did you think of our reaction this episode? Is there anything that stood out to you specifically? Subscribe and hit the bell if you haven't already so you don't miss any future content. And hit us up in our description down below. There's a link there. It says Linktree. It'll bring you to all the other ways that you can support us beyond just this YouTube channel. The AOA Show, our secondary YouTube channel for anything non-reaction based in the anime sphere. Things like Discord, which is totally free to join, with great ways to stay up to date with everything that we got going on, and some beautiful people there. Definitely want to go and check that out. Our merch shop, everything from hoodies to handbags to socks to t-shirts, we got it covered for you guys. Definitely rep some AOA swag. And lastly, our Patreon. If you want exclusive benefits to the show while also supporting us, it's really the best way that you can support the show. One of the great benefits for those who enjoy One Piece live reactions are early, unfiltered access to said One Piece live reactions, among other shows that we cover on the channel as well. So you'll definitely want to go check that out. But until next time, folks, thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you on the flip. Peace.
Peace.
Ninjas and samurais, blazing the kunais. Find me in the leaf of the cloud, screaming out Bankai. We just some ghouls though, who like seeing parts fly. They like what you saying, Goma got more through the storylines. I tested your neck from the start. My hunters gon' come for your heart. I promise you'll land in my boulevard. Left them in one piece, no